Okay, yesterday we saw a machlokes between Reb Shimon and the Chachamim as to what is the shear of the halacha l'Moshe Sinai. We said that how many walls did it? We had machlokes yeshem, lemikro yeshem, right? How exactly does that work? And we concluded that there's machlokes. That one says two and a third tefach, and Reb Shimon says three and a third wall and the fourth wall of filu tefach. That was the we don't pass like Reb Shimon. We pass the two walls and the filu tefach works. The question is, where do you put that tefach? So tonight's daf is very much a very heavy Erevin daf. So for those who remember Erevin, it'll be easier. For those who remember Erevin, I'm here to remind you. So we'll be okay. Okay.
We went to Erevin already?
Yes, Dov. Okay, so we're up to Vav Amid Beis. Vav Amid Beis. We're three lines to the bottom. But also tefach hechim amidai. You just told me there's a tefach. Where do you put that tefach? So Amarav ma'amidai keneged hayotze. You put it keneged the yotze. You put it parallel on a wall. Okay, yeah, we're going to open this up. All right, I think. Okay, there. Picture page 19, picture 80, guys. Picture 80. You put it on, you see, you have two walls. Those are shnaim kehilchasa. The two walls kehilchasa, they're right angles. They're both right angles, and you're going to put that tefach right there connecting to that. That's Rav Shita. Good? Everyone can see that. On the chat, there's Steve sent the Pirish Chai, so you should be able to get it.
90?
80.
Okay. Now the next opinion is a kasha. The asking a gewaltige kasha. What's the kasha? Let's see. So, Amar Rav, Imila Rav Kahana Ravasi Rav. Like Amrilei Rav Kahana Ravasi, they said to Rav, "Yamidu Kneged Roish Tor." Why don't you send it to the head of the line, of the shore of the line? Big machloikas rishonim, what this means. Big machloikas rishonim. So take a look at picture 81. Take a look at picture. Take a look at picture 81. So in picture 81, it's a triangle. In other words, instead of the tefach being straight, just incline it. Instead of the tefach being straight, just incline it. The reason being, you're enclosing then the area. You can go ahead and see a fictitious line going across. You see the way this is the way the Marshal explains Rashi, that by going ahead and putting the tefach at an angle, it's going to go ahead and you draw a line. It's going to enclose an area. So if you see picture 81 on the phone, it should be good. Okay, picture 81 on the phone, it should be okay. Now, there's an other opinion where to put that, and that is if you look at, it just drives me crazy. I just can't. If you look at the picture on the bottom, picture 84, that's the Maharam. That's the Maharam learns in Pshat and Rashi, that you're putting it at an angle. It doesn't say anywhere that tefach has to be connected to a wall, correct? It doesn't say anywhere it has to be connected to a wall. So the Maram learns you take that tefach, fellas, and you put it opposite the right angle, guys. So here you have a right angle. Look at my feet. And I'm putting this at the corner over here. It's going to go this way and this way. The angle gets you both ends, and then you're getting and then you have the fictitious line going across. So this is the machlokis between exactly what the Reish Torah is. So Rav says, just take the tefach and connect it to the wall. And now we have these opinions of why don't you go ahead, that tefach, put it either at an angle or opposite.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't have the empty space
With a little space in the middle that it's
Lovewood?
rid of it. They're more on one side and more on the other side, so there's no the middle. Like when you have the walls.
Asa Avim Hagisa Hagisa?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, yeah. It's Taisus just the kasha. That seems to be only the Rabbanan. It's only the Rabbanan. Very look at that. No, this is something. What? Yeah. I remember we're trying to close the Pirza. The Pirza was over 10 and we were closing it. So we said, coming up with different eights how to do it. You said, put this, Asa Avim Hagisa Hagisa. It's only the Rabbanan. A very geschmack. Again, someone has to remind me. Avrami Beranki asked the question yesterday that I left off in the middle. So we have to answer that question, but do it Bez Hashem at the end of this year. Someone remind me. Okay, Fred the Gemara. So Shasik Rav, so Rav Kahana and Rav Asi, the yes Rav. Why don't you put it at an angle? Why do you put it straight? And Rav was quiet. Sometimes quiet means that he wasn't going to ask the question. Like the cash, like sometimes what I do to you, right? He asks a question, and I just ignore it. Ignore the question. Says what? Itmanami, we learn as well. Amar Shmuel, says Shmuel, Mishmei the Levi in the name of Levi, Manmidoi Keneged HaYotza, you put it opposite the wall, that picture 80, you put it right opposite, you have the two walls and you just connect it to the wall. The Chaymarim Bein Midrash, they taught in the base medrash, Mamin Keneged HaYotza, like Rav. That's Rav's, okay? So guys, let's get back. What did we say so far this evening? We said the Shita of the Chachamim. We have a tremendous kula by what? By Sukkah. You do not need 4 walls. You don't even need three walls. You need 2 walls and a tefach. 2 walls and tefach. Where does the tefach go? Says Rav, it just goes adjacent to one of the walls, whichever one it is. And we ask a kasha, whether base tour, okay. Rav wasn't. Now, Rav Simon is an original terrace. Rav Simon comes up with the following. Says Rav Simon, Vitim Rav Shua ben Levi, Amar Oiselei Tefach Sheichik. You make the tefach sheichik. Now, we had an Erevin, a very, very interesting thing, fellas. A tefach is my fingers. Take your thumb and go like this. There can be 2 tefachim. There can be one that's, sheich means it's laughing. You can see the smile between the fingers. And then there's one's atsev. It's tzebrachim. It's together. It's Judy, you want to talk about what tzebrachim means? It's sad. It's okay. Broken. I'll show off. Once enough, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I gave him a chance to show off his you're just speaking Arab. Now, so you have over here, so you take a tefach sheichik, meaning that tefach that they said should be a little bright, a little wider, or good. And then what are you going to do? You're going to set it up, says Rav Simon, take it, and you're going to and then you're going to put it what? Less than 3 tefachim next to the wall. And anything that's less than 3 that's next to a wall, kilavud dummy, has a din of lavud. So let's get a picture here. Of course, I'll probably jump it. Of course, it does jump it. It's just me crazy. Okay. So guys, look at picture number 89. Picture 89. Okay. You're going ahead. You're putting the tefach over here. Okay. You put the tefach, picture 89. You're putting the tefach sheichik. That means it's a little more broad. It's going to be just within 3. So what's the distance going to be now, guys? How many tefachim? 4 tefachim. Right. What's the size of a sukkah? 7 tefachim. So what do you have? You have roiv. You have roiv. So he says you have roiv. That's the chiddush of Simon. Rob is no good. The machlokes. It's machlokes with the tefach. And as we have a tefach, what do you do with that tefach? We tell you we have machlokes. Rab says you just put it next to the wall. In other words, each one is a bigger chumrah than the next. Rav is a tremendous cooler, guys, because the whole wall is a tefach long. This, using the lumdis of glovewood and roiv, we mamish. It's a more chumrah shita. It's still a chiddush because you only have a tefach there, but you are using that loch of roiv. You're creating what? A wall. That's Rav Simon shita. That's Rav Simon shita. Next. Amar Rav Yehuda. Now, this next case is not what we've been discussing till now. Guys, Shtayim Kehilchasa is this. Shtayim Kehilchasa v'echet, the lashon of Chazal. Shnayim Kehilchasa, 2 walls Kehilchasa, v'echad tefach. Good. What happens if the walls are like this? A mavoi. We discussed this many times in Masechta Erevin. A mavoi is an alleyway that's between, you have a house going into a chutzah, going to a mavoi, and that mavoi goes into Rishus Harabim. We said there's a mavoi that's closed, and there's a mavoi mefulish that goes straight through. I got a mavoi mefulish, so I have only 2 walls, I don't have a 3rd wall, right? Is there any way you can go ahead and make that into a sukkah? Good. So this is not connected to the previous case. Previous case was discussing 2 walls like this. Okay, so says I'm gonna review the sukkah asuya kimavoi. A sukkah that's made like a mavoi. Picture 90, guys. Picture 90. Just you have 2 walls like a mavoi. There it is, right in front of you. A sukkah that's made like a mavoi. Kishera. V'oisei tefach. V'oisei tefach. Continue. V'oisei tefach. Ma'amidoi l'chol ruach sheyirtzeh. You put it wherever you want. So this is a chiddush that what? This is also considered Kehilchasa, despite the fact that it's not a right angle. It's also considered Kehilchasa. Very geshmak. Guys, look at Rashi. Rashi's geshmak. He said, so the word Keshera, look parallel up a few lines. Keshera, the Hanami Kari Kehilchasan. What's Rashi telling you? That we can apply the halacha l'mishmi sinai of tefach to this. Again, the lashon of Chazal. Shnayim Kehilchasan ve'echa tefach. So Rashi's telling you, this shita that's kilchasa. Memela, once it's kilchasa, I could apply the halacha l'mishmi sinai to it, and I don't have to create a 3rd wall. Because for a sukkah that doesn't have 3 walls, it's puzzle. So that's the chiddush that this is kilchasa. This is a huge chiddush, right? Yeah, good.
When you say that tefach could put anywhere.
Yeah, any side. This side, that side, any side. Put wherever you want, because it's the, okay, so that, and you put that anywhere. Rav Simon, v'item Rav Yeshua ben Levi Amar, we're not going to apply the halacha over here. Oisala pas arba'a, guys, we're going to make a pass of arba umashahu, right? Arba tefachim umashahu, umamidoi bepachas mishloisha samich l'daifin, chal pachas mishloisha samich l'daifin kilavadami. In other words, he doesn't apply the halacha l'mishmi sinai. Okay, let me just get it up here. Okay, it's picture number 9. What? 91. What picture number? What? Yeah, it's funny. Okay, my numbers are funny. Okay, anyway. So guys, you see, what do you have? The 2 walls, Mizrach wall and Ma'ariv wall. You have an aleph over there. You have an aleph that's arba tefachim, but it's within 3 over there. So that creates a wall of 7. Yes, you're creating a wall of 7. Where's the tefach? Where's the tefach? There is no tefach because he holds it's not kilchasan. He holds a mavoi. You don't say the halacha of halacha l'mishmi sinai. This the chiddush of Rav was the Rabbi Yehuda that we say that this is considered a kilchasa, and we'll use the halacha l'mishmi sinai. Says Rav Simon, no. If it's like this, 2 walls, that's not kilchasa. Memela, the only way to machshir it is to create a wall. How will we create a wall? 4 tefachim, love it, 7, you got it. Boom, that's the wall. 7 tefachim. So that's the chiddush. That's the chiddush. Again, let's see it inside. Rav Simon v'tem Rav Yeshua ben Levi Amar oisla pas arba. Guys, remember our rule of thumb? I always teach about the Hebrew letters. If it's arba amis, it's arba tefachim. It's always the opposite. If it's female numbers, it's male application. So over here, so arba tefachim umashu mamidu pachas mishloisha tefachim again. Samach l'daifin v'chal pachas mishloisha samach l'daifin kilavadami. Umayshna hasan the garment sayet tefach shoichik. Why over there, when the walls were next to each other, did Rabbi Simon say you can go ahead and use a tefach shoichik? Why over here do you need a pasar ba? It says Gemara Hasam the ikashtei defanois kil chasan over there when they were perpendicular, and you had two kil chasan sagale betefach shleichik. It's enough to have a beam that's with a broad tefach, a smiling tefach. Hacha over here, where it's a mobile, they're opposite each other, parallel lines. The lekashtei defanois. You don't have two fanos kil chasa. Yika pas arba ini loy loy. Guys, geschmack. Guys, all good, yeah. Amar Rava. Now, Rava is going back, guys. Rava is going back on the previous case before Mavri. Good. Rava is going to be the most chumit kashita. This is the guys. This is where the tefach's applied. So let's go over the two shitas we saw before. We saw the shita of Rav. Just have to put it on the wall. We saw Rav Simoi that you take it off the wall 3 tefachim, and now here's the most chumit kashita. Amar Rav einuni teres ela b'tzuras pesach. That wall is going to be nita only al yedei tzuras pesach, right? You need a tzuras pesach. Now look at 93. See picture 93. Amarav veinu teres el b'tzuras pesach. Okay, so watch. The aleph and the bays, guys, are, you know what you're doing? You're taking that wall that's a tefach and you're dividing it, and each one's a half a tefach, and then you're putting it across the top. Now this, guys, you all know this. This is your classic driveway.
Right.
This is your classic driveway. You have a piers in the driveway. It's open to the Rosh Hashanah. You want to close it off, right? You don't have a gate. You put this thing. You see. You take what a board. On top you have nails and a little string going across. Classic Susa Pesach. Fabulous way. In bungalow colonies, that's what we do. The big lines going across. All those lines going across are creating walls going down. Surah Pesach. Good. It's called Stima Ma'al Yisrael, Rashi says. It's considered a good seal. So I asked you a question. So if you need it, Surah Pesach, where's the Allah we see in this application? This works for Kol HaTorah Kula, right? So you told me what? You need 2 walls that are Kilchasa. Guys, 3 walls is kosher for a sukkah? Absolutely. Yeah? Good. So what are you doing with the next wall? You're going ahead and putting it through the Pesach. So where's the application of the Allah Moshe Sinai? You may need you may need 2 that are nicker. It could be your machmir that you need. I can't answer you off the top of my head. In Svari you should be able to, but there's a din of you need the funais nikarais that are recognizable. Okay, so guys.
The Lechem Kara has to be thick enough on that.
Now, there's no lechi, there's no kaira. What?
No, for the Surah Pesach wall, if it's too thin, like a string, it won't work because it's less than right. Because it's too
Let me hear my kasha, guys. Rav is going back on the case of 2 walls and the 3rd wall being at Surah Tefach. Yeah. So where's the Tefach? So here's the chiddush. For Surah Pesach, your slat can be nothing. The thing going up, guys, think about it. You take these little pieces of wood, nothing with nothing. You put them up. You tie them with a ziplock, and boom. The chiddush is over here that those posts have to be a chatzi tefach. You're taking the tefach and you're dividing it. That's the halacha mashmi sinai by sukkah. It's a chumrah. That's what I told you. Each one progressively is to be a more machman than the other one. We'll go over them in a second. So where's the halacha mashmi sinai over here, guys? Going back, what's our starting point? 2 walls that are great, and the 3rd one a tefach. Yeah, that's our starting point. Says Rav, that tefach is where? Here's my 2 walls. That tefach is over here. Good. Says Rav Simon, that tefach's over here within 3 over here, and you can use lacha right. Says Rava, that here's your 2 walls. That tefach is divided. Half, versus a pesach. That's the chiddush.
What's it called?
No. You missed the Reb Simai. You missed the Reb Simai. There's 2 Reb Simais there.
Right.
But at least it's partially listening. Geschmack. You see the first one? Okay. Are you using the article side or the other side? Honestly? Okay, now you shouldn't be. And the guys are good so far. 3 shitas. You see each one being more machman than the other one, right? Now, says the Gemara. So one more time, Amar Rava says Rava, the Einuni Teres, that 3rd wall with this Einuni Teres Elabetzuras Pesach. Ikedi Amri, others say, Omar Rava, Viniteres Nami Bitsuras at Pesach. In other words, either or. You could have either the regular tefach, or you could have what? Bitsuras at Pesach. Or you could have Bitsuras at Pesach, right? Either one. Right. Rashi says, Viniteres Nami Bitsuras at Pesach, Mashma, the tefach sheshanino hainu the pirish of simoin la'el. Oisistim is tefach eitz la'yetza. You go ahead, put a tefach there, 3 tefachim off the wall. You don't need it. Good. So in other words, he's going Rav Simai. So two either or. Listen to this. Ikedi Amri Amarava Viniteres Nami Bitsuras HaPesach. You need what? You need both. You need both, he's saying. Look, let me get it up here. The screen. What number? 94? Guys, 94. Picture 94. Look, you have the aleph is a tefach. It's within a few of 3 tefachim of the other one. And now you're finishing off the wall with a tzuras pesach. So you need both. You need both. He's finishing off the wall with the tzuras pesach. So this would be what? The biggest chiddush, yeah? This would be the biggest chiddush.
So you divide in between.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a tremendous chumrah.
You want it to be the same size as the other wall?
I think you just want to finish the wall. So again, it's a tremendous, again, you think a sukkah in general, guys, you make your sukkah. We use the back of the house. Think about all the coolest of sukkah. This is the most biggest cool of a sukkah. One tefach is, guys, this is a tefach. This is a tefach. It's nothing. Meaning, so to what extent do they say that? So each one has, Rob said the easiest chiddush. They said it to the extent you just put it there, you're good. And then we had, you have a little bit off the wall, 3, and then we have Tzuras Pesach. The biggest is you need a combination of both. Tzuras Pesach plus that. Okay. Rav Ashi Ashcheler of Kahana. Rav Ashi found of Kahana. The Ka'ab Tefach Sheichik. He made a Tefach Sheichik, and he was doing like a Simoin. He was going ahead, taking a board, putting within 3 Tvachim, and good. The Ka'ab Tzuras Pesach, and he made Tzuras Pesach. He did both. Amalei. So Rav Kahana. So Rav Ashi said of Kahana, like Sava Mar Lahod Rava, Dama Rava, Teres Nami B'Tzuras Pesach. You know, it's once you did that. Why do you need the Tzuras Pesach for? Once you put the Tefach Shoichik, why do you need Tzuras Pesach? Amalei, Anok Hidech Lishna the Rav. I hold like your Lashon. Severely, the Amar Rava, but Tzrichin Nami Tzuras Pesach. In addition, you need Tzuras Pesach. So again, we have a case where Sukkah meets Erevin, and if you ever hold your peace, okay, go right. No, it's good. Geschmack, right? We have everything's good. Okay. Now, Shtaim Kihilchasa Becha Pesach. Now, what about Linyan Shabbos, guys? This tremendous chiddush of Tefach. Linyan Shabbos, would it be considered a wall or not? What would the case be? Okay, let's say there's 2 possibilities. One, you have a yachid, you have a sukkah that opens up from your house opens up into a sukkah. Can you go back and forth from your house into the sukkah? In other words, would this create a halachic rishus hayachid that you can carry from your house? You know, it's just an extension of your house. Or if it's, let's say, not it's attached to your house, can you carry within 4 amis of this because it's considered rishus hayachid? That's the shiloh over here. Says the Gemara. Amar Rabbo. Change the guess to the Rabbo. Amar Rabbo. V'chein l'Shabbos. So too l'inyan Shabbos. Migu dahavi doifin l'inyan sukkah. Since it's considered, this tefach is considered a wall in sukkah, have a doifin in Shabbos, it's considered what? A doifin in Shabbos. It's considered a doifin in Shabbos. You're such a lamdin. Okay, hang in there here. Yeah. Anyway, Baruch Hashem. So migu da have a doifin in sukkah. Since it's a doifin in sukkah, have a doifin in Shabbos. Eisvei abaya. Now, the guys. Pashtus was speaking Shabbos and Sukkot. Pashtus was speaking Shabbos and Sukkot, right? In other words, I can carry, it's a sukkah the whole week, so it's a daifin the whole week. In sukkah comes this. Now every sukkah there's a Shabbos. It's 7 days, right? So what's the din? So esvei abaya umi armina migu. Do we say that, guys? This is not migu like a koyach hatayna. Believe me, this I could have said this. You know, somebody say migu. Do you have a migu, right? It's not koyach hatayna migu. This is like Sfaradik migu. Since Since it's a wall over here, it's a wall over there. That's that type of migu. Okay, says the Gemara. Umi amina and migu. Do we say migu that what? Since it works for sukkah, guys, it works for Shabbos. Halkop. For Tanya, doifin sukkah, ki doifin Shabbos. The doifin of sukkah is like the doifin of Shabbos. You know what that means? By Shabbos and Erevin, guys, we saw this tremendous chiddush. We saw that you have ropes that are set up. That's Erev, or you have boards that are set up like this, right? Boards are like this. We said as long as they're within 3 tefachim of each other, even if there's more open space than closed space, we're going to say it's closed. Right. We're going to say loved, right? We remember we had the caravan with the camels, and it was a famous picture. Oh, so now, doifin sukkah, doifin Shabbos. The halacha of a sukkah would be like Shabbos, that if it's standing or ropes, it'll both work. Provided between the konim, provided between the reeds sticking up, it won't be a distance of 3 tefachim. For Yisera Shabbos al Sukkos, and there's a more chumatik Shabbos al Sukkos. Shabbos in teres elad be'oimid meruba ala paritz. Shabbos, you need, guys. Let's say you have a bunch of places, and you need to be closed off. You need what? You need, let's say you have, you need more closed space than open space. Not the caravan. Let's say you have Psachim Harbe. Let's say it has big, openings. You'd still have to count up and say it needs more closed space than open space. Mashenkein Sukkah, clearly, if you have a tefach, you don't need more, even as more open space, it's going to be what? Okay. V'yiser Shabbos Sukkah Shabbos in teres el b'mamud. Umasha ein came b'sukkah. Now, my love, Yiser Shabbos the Sukkah, a Sukkah, v'lo yamin amigo. What does it mean? Shragi's point. It means that Yiser Shabbos the Sukkah, a Sukkah. During the week, it's a good Sukkah because of the whole special coolers we have by the Fanis. But Kam Shabbos Sukkahs, you can't sit in it. Shabbos Sukkah, you can't sit in it because why? Because it's not a doifin. It's a doifin in Sukkah. It's not a doifin in Shabbos. That's what the Gemara wants to say now. Guys, I'm going to show you the halacha that you'll see. This Gemara fears ice, but this because it is good for Shabbos. But you're going to see. You'll see soon. So in other words, Kasha, you wanted to say the following. You wanted to say, since it's a heter wall for Sukkah, it's a heter wall for Shabbos. We say there's a chumrah that Shabbos. And what's the chumrah? That it's not. The chumrah that it's only in Sukkos, but Shabbos Sukkos, you couldn't go ahead and carry into it. You couldn't walk 4 amos in it. Why? Because you don't have Rishus HaYachid. What? It'd be a kasha sukkah, but you could be. But it's a sukkah, yeshiva sukkah. But in Shabbos, right now, it doesn't pass the sukkah. It doesn't have to be Shabbos. V'lo yamin amigo says loy. Yisera Shabbos the Alma Shabbos the Sukkah. There's a chumrah of Shabbos the Alma Shabbos the Sukkah. That meaning Sukkah on Shabbos, right, where you need oimid meruba, you need more oimid meruba. Al Shabbos the Sukkah where you don't. But enachlami you would say migoy. Ihachi, listen now. So if you're telling me that there's a kula by Shabbos Sukkah, meaning guys, that during the year it's not good, but during Shabbos Sukkah it is good. So tell me another chiddush. Listening nami Yisera Sukkah the Alma, Sukkah the Shabbos. There's a chumrah that Sukkah has and Sukkah the Shabbos. Dilu Sukkah the Alma boy tefach shleichik. A Sukkah on during the year, Sukkah not during the year. A Sukkah stamazoi, the tefach would have to be a broad board. It's a shleichik, a smiling board. Dilu Sukkah the Shabbos leboy tefach shleichik. V'sagi belechi. The atu the armor you said earlier of Simon. Sichal gabi mavu shleish lechi. If you put schach on a lechi, on a mavu that has a lechi, kosher. So listen to this. What is wider, a lechi or a tefach sheichik? Good, tefach sheichik, very good. Tefach sheichik is wider than a lechi. A lechi is afilu culture, guys. So you have a chumrah. In order to mata the sukkah, what do you need? A tefach sheichik. To mata sukkah on Shabbos, linyan mavoi will be enough a lechi. So says why don't you tell me that? I don't need a plus with that. Hashta mekilasa lechamirasa, going from a cooler from sukkah to Shabbos we say migu. Migu that it's a good wall for sukkah, it's a good wall for Shabbos. What's more chumadik? Shabbos or sukkah? Shabbos, chiv karis, miza skila with edim and asra. So if I say that it's a good wall by sukkah, and say it's a good wall by Shabbos, I'm going from the kula to the chumrah. Mechami rasa from a regular Shabbos, the kilasa to Shabbos and sukkahs like kol shekain. So therefore, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Let's go back there. Kufa, Amar Rabbi, says Rabbi. Hang it. Sikach agabe mavui sheyesh lechi. You put schach on a mavui that has a lechi. That's what we just saw the picture. Kasha, it's kasha. It's kasha. Okay, that's kasha. No problem. It's kasha. Okay, let's. You saw that case. Okay, what's the next one? Yeah. Okay, now. 107. Okay, 107, guys. Now you put schach on pasi berois. You might remember pasi berois outside, guys. Outside. I got a well. It's in Rishus Harabim, but the well is 10/4, so it has a din of Rishus HaYachid. You want to go ahead and give your animal water to drink. You got a problem. What's your problem? You're going to be drawing from Rishus HaYachid into Rishus Harabim. Came up to Chachamim with this unbelievable din. It's called pasi berois. Pasi are boards. They are diyumdim. They are perpendicular. This, so you have 4. Picture 2 over here and 2 over there. That then makes the area between that and the pit of Rishus HaYachid. I can therefore take from the water into that area. Good. What happens if I go ahead and put schach over that? Is it a kosher sukkah? So now,
The walls as very unique.
it's unique. Okay, so that's, let's see if the Gemara agrees with you. From a rabbi, sichel guy pasi berois kashera.
And you're allowed to have four.
So now what?
You're allowed to have 4 left terrace, but not a wall.
Guys, we'll get back to the second. But so now we got 3 cases, right? We have the case of lechi, we have the case of pasi berois, and we have the regular case. You have 2 walls. I'll get pasi berois, the lecha shtei defanis mal yasem maloi. V'yashmina pasi berois, only 2 cases. Mishum de'ikish asham shem arba defanis. You have there 4 walls. If you look at this, the yumdim as walls. Avasir gabi mobi the lecha shem arba same maloi. V'yashmina hanitati, these 2 chamiras lekilaso going from Shabbos to Sukkah. Al mekilas lechamiras same maloi sitzricha. Let's look at this Rashi. My son, I learned the first Rashi. Pasi berois and perek sheni de'erevin. Tanan. The tiru chachamim mishum oili regalim. The chachamim permitted for oili regalim. Lasos lebirois shebeshus harabim, to make these around the pits in Rishus Harabim. Pasim arba kimo diyumdim, like these perpendicular boards. They have to be an amra piece. Right? V'royin kiliyesh mechitza mizel lezeh, and we'll view it royin as if there's a mechitza connecting the 2. So therefore, if you have a mechitza connecting the 2, the area is all Rishus HaYachid. V'nimsa habor mukif mechitzais, and as a result, the bar will be mukif mechitzais. And you fill in mitoich l'toich mechitza. Nusi, can I ask you a favor? Give me the Mishnah Brewer. There's a Mishnah Brewer there, the Vav, the Chelik Vav, right there, with the first bookcase right there. Right, Mishnah Brewer Vav, yeah. Beautiful, thank you. Thank you so much. So now, thanks. So the imsichech al gabon, guys, kishera b'Shabbos the sukkis, and if you put schach on top of it, you know when it's kosher, guys? Which day? Shabbos the sukkis. The migu that have a doif from the Shabbos have a doif from the sukkah. What about doing the sukkahs, regular sukkahs, not Shabbos? Guys, you hear the diak. Guys, you hear the diak. Shrag, you hear the diak? It's mashma. In other words, the whole din of pasi berois, like Heshi said, the uniqueness is on Shabbos. So this is the opposite. It's only a sukkah on Shabbos. It's not a sukkah during the week. That's what Rashi seems to be saying, right, guys? Rashi says it seems to be saying that. Now you think, okay, you know, sometimes listen to this. Listen, yeah. Tafresh Lamed. Guys, Tafresh Lamed, Zion. Listen to this. Sikech agabi mavoi sheish lechi. You put schach on a mavi that has a lechi. Oy al gabi be'er sheyesh like pasin, or on a be'er that has pasin. How he says sukkah kshera la oisle Shabbos. Shevetay chachag bilvad. It's only kasha on Shabbos sukkahs. V'toy shalechi zeh u'pasin elam mechitzas lein Shabbos. Nechshav aysam kemechitzas lein sukkah. But so you see, Rashi's diak gets written. That's the halacha. So this is such a great chiddush, guys. It's only a sukkah for Shabbos during the week. It's not a sukkah. Why? Because this heta of Pasi Berois was a Shabbos Tikadin. Now I was wondering, where do you have Pasi Berois? Bisman Hazeh. What was the person who did? Where did they come up with this dinner Pasi Berois from, guys? Oil right? Anyone know Oil Bisman Hazeh? No. Is it brought down in Shulchan Aruch? Yes. So you might remember that we had this in Erevin. Said that the lav dafka oil regal, but anyone was going to do a mitzvah because the Talmidim would go to yeshiva to yeshiva. They would go from yeshiva to yeshiva to learn. So therefore you would have the Berois. That heta of Pasi Berois would be, let's say Bisman Hazeh, guys have to go and they're not going to be on Shabbos and they need some water to stop. You could do it.
Sukkah is a mitzvah.
Huh?
Sukkah is a mitzvah. So why is it should be good for the whole sukkah thing?
For what?
Doing a mitzvah sukkah, yeshiva sukkah.
The heta is to avoid Chol Shabbos. Chol Shabbos, right? Not some mitzvah. That's good. Fascinating, no? Fascinating. Okay, great. Baruch Hashem. Okay, the rest of the Gemara is much easier, I think. Chamsam ru mitzilasa psula. Chamsam ru mitzilasa, it's possible. If the chamsa is more, if you have more sun than shade, you have more sun than shade, it's possible. This is the last psul in the Mishnah, right? What? What are you busy with? No, I'm not looking. Okay, Judah, shut down your phone, please. Shechan, it's a mitzvah. This man mind works in blazing saddles. Shecham samru mitzvah psula, tan rabbanan. Chamsa machmas sichuch, beloy machmas tefanais. That it has to be. You don't care about the walls. I only care about the schach. In other words, the ikka sukkah al shem sukkah. Guys, very important to remember. The first Rashi in the Masechta. This is, you don't deviate from this. Don't deviate from this. Rashi, what does Rashi say? What's sukkah? Al shem schach. Al shem schach. That's what it is. The list Rashi in the Mishnah. Hamu pat b'roi varihu kimisheinoi v'al shem schach kuri sukkah. Shem schach is kuri sukkah. Now here's our Vrami Branka's kasha. Guys, yesterday's share, right? Yesterday's share. Yesh ein lemikra, yesh ein lemisaris. Look at me. I'm not going to call you. You can look at me. You don't have to worry. Now, yesh ein lemikra, right? What does that mean? You go after the way it's red. Basukas, basukas, basukas. So that's 6 walls. Yesh ein lemisaris. It's written 2 times singular, 1 times plural, 4 walls. If you're telling me sukkah means what? The schach, how in the world then can you apply it to walls? It's a gavaldik kasha, yes. Right? It's a great kasha. Good? Okay, so here's the teretz. Take a look at Daf Yud Beis. It's a mitzvah to know this teretz. Daf Yud Beis in the Mishnah. Yud Beis in the Rashi in the Mishnah is Kesherim L'Defanais. In the Mishnah, Kesherim L'Defanais, the Chol Sukkah HaKosiv Schach Mashma. Any sukkah is mashma the schach. The doifen lo yikri sukkah, because the wall is not considered a sukkah. You know, we say, did you put up your sukkah yet? It's not right. You put up your walls yet. You don't even die. You put up your walls yet? Udenafgalon the dafnais misukas basukas kasha. So where are you learning the funais? We learned that sukkah is the funais. Mi yisura the kroyalfinan. It's not but from the word, it's from the fact that the word is extraneous. In other words, you can learn sometimes something from the mashmos, from the implication of the word, or sometimes you learn it because the word is extra. So the word sukkah means schach. Over there, I said basukas, it meant wall. There, because those words were extra, not necessarily the mashmos. You're learning because you didn't need to say them. You could have written the pasuk differently. That's the teretz. That's the teretz kasha. So it's about great kasha, great teretz. Okay, so now, if the sukkah is al shem schach, so it makes sense that I need schach to go ahead and not provide shade. Rabbi Yoshi Omer, af machmas the funnest, guys. The funnest also Guys, the funnels also have to go ahead and provide shade. Ad kedei kach, there's a Tana who holds that the wall, we said the wall could be from anything. This Tana would hold the wall has to be made of from the same stuff, from psoilus, from yakev, the same stuff you make schach from, you have to make the wall from. Ad kedei kach.
In the first mission, not the first Gemara, we speak about why the walls of white change.
Right? Yeah, no, but this means he's dafka. There has to be a poda that it doesn't allow any sun in. This means it doesn't have sun in. That's what it means. So Amar Rav Yemer by Shalmei Mishmei Dabaya. My time to Rabbi Yoshia that you need that the wall should be what schach the chsiv. It's sakoisa ala arin es aproiches. The proiches is going to go ahead and cover the arin. Now, guys, it's not kapoiris. It's paroiches. Don't go mix up the two. Paroiches is mechitza. It's a curtain. Because akayrach one is schach, and the Torah is calling it schach. So therefore, he says it has to be schach. Alma mechitza k'schach binan. For Rabbanon, no, Rabbanon, who the native be put the mechitza k'schach? All it means is the wall should be bent a little bit that it should appear like schach. Amar Abaya says Abaya, Rabbi Yoshia, for Rabbi Yehuda, for Rabbi Shimon, for Rabbi Gamliel, for Rabbi Shammai, for Rabbi Eliezer, for Acherim, kuloi sfir lahu sukkah diras keva be'inen. Now, literally, you try shukas keva means you need it to be a permanent structure. That's not the pshat over here. Look at Rashi again. Rashi, as always, Rabban Shal Yisrael. Diras keva. Look at Rashi. Diras keva. Ru'uyo lihishtamesh kevua for nearest kebayas. Not that it has to be a structure that is permanent. It has to be a place of permanence that is roy to be used. That's what it means. Keva over here. It's roy to be used. Got it? That's what it means. I'm going to see. So all these opinions, these Tanoim will hold the same. And now the Gemara is going to go through each one to show you that it has to be more of a structure that can be used permanently rather than one that is just, as opposed to not private, as we're going to see. So you'll see from each one, you'll see the implication. Okay, says the Gemara. Rabbi the Tanya, what do you see in Rabbi? Rabbi Yoim Kol Sukkah Shem Ba'arba Amas Al Dal Amas Psula. Oh, in other words, we Shammai says what Zayin Tfachim by Zayin Tfachim, correct? Rabbi says Dalar Amis by Dalar Amis. That obviously is more right. Try more kevedik than Zayin Tfachim is tiny. 4 Amis is 8 by 8. It's 8 feet by 8 feet if it's 2 feet. That a lot of people have sukkah that size, right? So that means more of a roy lishtamshus makom kavua, right? That's you hear the pshat. Next, Rabbi Yoshia had Amar, and we just said that the walls have to be what also provide shade. Rabbi Yehuda Tnan Sukkashi Gavoy L'Mayla Mechafama Psula. Rabbi Yehuda Machshas. Rabbi Yehuda, you see, contrasting to the Tanakama, wants a structure that is more permanent. It's a little shver Rabbi Yehuda because you can say so. Why he wouldn't disagree with the Tanakama and the other things, right? Just because he says, okay. Anyway, Rabbi Shimon the Tanya Beis Kil Chason v'Gimel Afilu Tefach. Rabbi Shimon Oimer Gimel Chason v'Dal Afilu Tefach. Right? Like Rabbi Shimon, you need 3 walls and the fourth. The only 2 walls you can see right inside. But here you have a wall of 3. It's much more, structure made for kvias. Rabbi Gamliel the Tanya, Rabbi Gamliel paisel Rabbi Kiva Machshir. Put a sukkah on an agola that's shaking back and forth. Yeah, you can't use it all the time. Put it on a boat where the wind is blowing. Can't use it all the time. So therefore, Gamliel, Rabbi Kiva says you could. Beishamai ditnan, Misha Yeresha Ruba V'Sukkah Shulchan V'Sechabayis, Beishamai paisel and Beisul Machshirin. So we had this earlier, right? That there's two halachas to be derived from here. One, that you're worried about you may come to go into the house, but then it would say yaitza or lo yaitza if you're sitting in an existing sukkah. Here it says poisel, mashma the sukkah is no good, right? So he says why is it no good? Because it's too small. So he needs more of a bigger structure. There's a nan. How is sukkah come in srif? Someone makes a sukkah like a teepee. We'll get into this when we learn it. Samchal next to a wall. There's a poisel. If he's ain't lo gag, it doesn't have a gag. V'chachom machshirin. So when you see that you need a gag, it has to be more of a permanent structure. A sukkah that's made like a coop, it's round. It's possible because what? It doesn't have a zavias. Like tomorrow night, as Hashem, we will go to geometry 101. Okay, so remember.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.